Hello everyone, welcome back at my next video on my YouTube channel or any other platform where I'm posting these videos or on social media. And this is the last video of this series of police and law enforcement walk-up and justice systems. And these words are basically bonus words. So beyond the common and special items, we actually went through all of these. There's a realm of police walk-up that offers a broader view of the law enforcement world. These police terms will add depth to your understanding, capturing the wider scope of policing. So it means that there are certain terms which are not like just the basic ones or which don't actually belong to ranks or justice system, but they are basically used in police world and police system. The first one is, let's go, SWAT, special weapons and tactics. I think the guys, and especially young guys who are playing the video games or watching a lot of stuff on a crime series on Netflix or anywhere, they know what is SWAT, and that's specialized units trained to handle situations like terrorism or hostage crisis. So it means that when there is a real case of hostage situation or crisis or terrorist or people involved in some crime in the city or in some region, then there is a SWAT, which is a special unit, special weapons and tactics. They have usually special uniforms. Perimeter, that's the outer boundary of a crime scene or area where police are working. It means when there is a crime scene, when there is a really like investigation of murder or investigation of some crime going on, then there is a perimeter when they actually usually put their sort of tapes or like boundary or a limit where people shouldn't actually enter, because usually there are footprints or they are taking sort of evidence, so it's very sensitive. So perimeter, that's this outer boundary for crime scene. Raided is a sudden and surprise entry by police to arrest suspects or search for evidence. It means raided, it means that it's sudden, so it means that when the police officers or law enforcement officers, they've got a echo or they've got a good tip when that area or that flat or that region is actually full of potential criminals. So there is a surprise entry by police officers to arrest suspected people, or they search and look for the evidence and proofs. That's raided. Then a K9 unit is the police dogs, and there are handlers used for various tasks like search and rescue. There's a special unit, usually they use really highly trained dogs, the best for this kind of operations. Usually German Shepherds. We know that they use different breeds, but German Shepherds are one of the best police dogs, and they're handlers, so they're owners who are actually the best to train them and to handle them. And they usually search and rescue, or they can actually search for a suspect or evidence or proof or a certain stuff. So, or rescue, of course, the rescue dogs. But I think for rescuing, they use sometimes also different breeds, not only German Shepherds. Vice is the crimes related to immoral activities like prostitution and illegal gambling. Vice is basically crime. It's a criminal act, it's a crime, but it's more related to prostitution, something immoral, something like gambling. So usually economy and selling the bodies, or so prostitution and all the people around, pimps. And vice is a special term, like it's not basically something about terrorism or something about special operation and maybe hostage deals or whatever. It's usually connected with sort of like illegal activities in some pubs, clubs. So it's usually like this. Cold case is an investigation that has not been solved after a considerable time but remains in the system. Cold case, and many very good police officers or law enforcement officers or detectives, they usually open it even after 10 years. There are a lot of series, I think, on on these platforms, which you can watch when they open the cold case after sometimes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, when nobody could have ever solved it, or was not possible to solve it. So then they open the case and the investigation is going on because it has not been actually solved for considerable time, as I mentioned. And the last one is bust, and bust has many other terms, but bust is a term for an arrest, or often during a raid or sting operation. Bust is basically a slang word for arrest, yeah, for a sort of action of police to raid and to arrest people. So, and that's the same term in American English also for sting operation. Sting operation is basically sort of trap for criminals, and trap and how to actually raid them and arrest them in some unexpected situation. And then you have basically also this bust, and the bust is also, it can be drug bust. So drug bust means that there are drugs involved and they actually arrest people around the drugs, but not only these small ones in the rank, but also the people who are actually distributing and managing the whole business. So that's a drug bust, but bust means generally it can be that sort of police action, and this terminology goes far beyond this, because bust means a lot of other terms. So these bonus words add an extra layer to your police vocab toolkit. While they might not be everyday terms, as we know this, recognizing them can offer deeper insights into specific law enforcement contexts. So again, these are not everyday terms or expressions or vocab. We don't use these terms basically when we speak just like that. But when we speak about a particular series or particular movie concerning the police officers or special terms, then of course it's good to know these terms. And you can see it all around me. And I think when you listen one more time, I think something can be even remembered for a much longer time. That's all, and I think in this series we actually concluded all what is going on, and well, see you next time at the next video. Thank you very much.